we turn to the phone lines right now, and I could not be more thrilled and honored and pleased and happy to kick off my Peacock launch here today on NBC Sports on Peacock, as well as NBCSN and a handful of radio stations, along with SiriusXM Radio, with the 8-time Super Bowl winning coach, 6 times with the New England Patriots, and also the only member of the NFL 100 all-time team to be a member as well of the Emmy Award-winning broadcast. He is none other than New England's Bill Belichick. How are you, Coach?
Thanks, Rich. I appreciate the intro. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do that show with you and Chris. That was a real highlight of certainly a highlight of my broadcasting career, but really a highlight of being in the NFL. It was an awesome experience.
Well,
thank you. Congratulations on that Emmy nomination for us.
Well, look, man, and thank you, and congrats to you on the. By the way, words I never thought I would ever say to you, but congratulations on being Emmy nominated as an analyst, Coach. Did you have a speech all written out just in case? Do you have anything written down on a piece of paper?
No, I didn't. I would have had to. Wing it. But it was, just such a thrill to do that, and for the recognition that the show got, it was great. Really, it was a lot of fun. Really fun working with you and Chris.
Thank you. Right back at you. I know I only have you for a few minutes, and I'm greatly appreciative again of you doing this. I want to ask you a couple questions about what's going on right now in your football world. Is there anything that you've learned about Cam Newton over the first few weeks of having him in your program and on your team that you didn't know about him, Coach?
Yeah, well, I've learned a lot about Cam. I never really had much interaction with Cam, and then when we signed him, we, had some phone calls and WebEx meetings and stuff like that. But being with him every day, he's an extremely hard-working player. First guy in, last one out type of guy. He really studied hard and tried to. He has spent a lot of extra time trying to learn our offense and our communication, our calls, and nomenclature and so forth. So, I've been very impressed with that, and he's done a good job of picking it up. He's a very skilled athlete, and we're just working through it day by day. We have a long way to go, but we're taking steps, and we've got a very competitive competition at that very competitive position at the quarterback spot, and so it'll be interesting to see how everybody does.
And we in the media were kind of left scratching our heads as to Cam Newton still being available for all 32 teams to go get, or I guess 31, figuring that Carolina had already moved on from him. What caused you to go get him, Bill?
Well, just kind of what you said, Rich, is that he was available, and we wanted to, add competition. We always try to add competition to our team, and we felt like we'd be able to do that. He was very open to talking about and working with our situation. We were able to work things out, and so we'll just take it day by day and see how it goes. But I'm glad we have him, and look forward to continuing to work with all of our quarterbacks. But Cam's been a lot of it's been fun to work with him. He's got, as I said, a very unique, and he's a very talented player with a unique skill set. And we'll see where it all goes, but he's got a lot to work with.
A few minutes here. Bill Belichick, New England Patriots head coach, right here on the Rich Eisen Show on Peacock. Obviously, every coach would like a player's life decisions to be made in the construct of a football life. To use the phrases that Julian Edelman, one of your wide receivers, used just today, saying, in my life, every decision you make is according to your football life. Not all players have that mindset, as you know, but in the world of COVID-19, you pretty much have to mandate that. How have you expressed this to your team in this unique 2020 training camp, Coach?
Well, I think on our team, Rich, it's really been a collective team effort. I think all the players, all the coaches, all the staff members, we all realize that we're in this together for ourselves, for each other, for our families. And if any of us makes a bad decision, there could be, we know there can be consequences for not only ourselves but all the people around us, and vice versa. So I think that the players have taken a very serious and diligent approach to doing the right things, and I feel like we've done the right things. Organizationally, we've made a big commitment to doing the right things here in terms of spacing and keeping things clean and distancing and so forth, and all the things that we can do. And I'd say every day or a couple days, a lot of times we'll come up with something else that we can take another maybe protective step. So I feel like we're all doing all that we can, and when we find there's something else we can do, we implement that. The players, the coaches, the staff, everybody's really embraced that, and I think we're confident in each other's commitment to the team. And really, that's not something that you can really instill in somebody else. I mean, if they don't want to do it, then you can only take that so far. They're not going to commit to it. But if everybody buys in and that's the way they genuinely feel, and they take those disciplined steps to make the right decisions, then we feel like that's our best chance. We've gotten great leadership from a number of our veteran players, like Devin and Jason McCourty, Matt Slater, David Andrews, James White, so forth, right down the line. And I think some of the guys that maybe weren't sure how seriously we were going to take this have jumped on board and followed suit with the approach that we've taken, in the entire organization, but specifically with the players. So we address it on a daily basis, but I wouldn't say that it's me saying a lot. I think it's more the team collectively all being on the same page and wanting to do the right thing.
Last question for you, and then I have a brief request before I send you off to the rest of your day, Coach. If you could change one rule in the NFL, wave a wand, and it's the Belichick waving of the wand, and the rule gets changed in the rule book, what would that be?
Oh, boy.
There's a lot. I could hear the wood burning. You could smell it.
No, I mean, I think we have I think what we all want is just consistency, and I know that that Al Riveron and his group are certainly, trying to get that out of the officials. Nobody wants, one call to be one thing one week and something else the next week, and I think they've done a good job of that. I think probably the one thing that is worth looking at is just the college pass interference rule. It's I know why it's what it is, and I also know why it's different in college, and you could argue both sides of it, but I mean it's a big penalty, and it's sometimes those are just tough calls. So I think that's worth looking at. I'd just say in general, Rich, I would be in favor of the NCAA and the NFL trying to consolidate the rule book where we can have as many rules be the same as possible so that the fans, as well as the players who come from college, can, make a clean transition into, the same set of rules instead of, different ones. So, targeting's targeting, holding's holding, interference is interference, and so forth. So as much as we could do that, I would be in favor of that just for the overall quality of the game. But I think the pass interference rule is not necessarily one that I would change, but I would take a look at it, and I think it would be good if it was the same as the college rule. Either they change it to ours or we change it to theirs, just from the standpoint of consistency.
But you'd want 2 feet down, though, in the pros, though, for a catch, right? Not just 1 foot.
Well, again, I think whatever it is, it's, whatever I would like for us to agree on that with the colleges so that it, again, so the fans don't get confused between, what is and what isn't. And, the rule book's so long and complex as it is, sometimes, the coaches don't even understand all the rules, and even officials make mistakes on that. So the more we can simplify it and make it consistent, I would be for that.
Well, in conclusion, Coach, you were kind enough after our very absurdly long 2-day shoot for the NFL 100 All-Time Team Show, stay a little bit after class to shoot a video to promote the upcoming broadcast. You even, delivered the line perfectly about snap face or my face or whatever it was that I asked you to say. So I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind giving me an audio drop, which is something that we will record and then use from now on for my audio and executive, as he likes to be called, Mike Del Tufo from New Jersey, a fellow boat owner, I might add,
yes,
as well. If you wouldn't mind saying, Mike, do your job, that would be great. Would you mind?
Mike, do your job. I don't even know what an audio drop is, so I'll leave that to you.
Well, you stuck the landing, Coach. That's good enough. That's great. I appreciate it. I appreciate the time.
Always, Rich. Great to talk to you. Congratulations, on a new show. Look forward to hearing, to listening to it, and to catching up with you down the road. Have a great year, and again, it was a lot of fun on the NFL 100. I'll never forget those 2 days.
Me too. Me too. Right back at you, Coach. Best to you and your family. Thanks for the call. That's Bill Belichick, New England Patriots head coach, here on the Rich Eisen Show on Peacock. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.